Wow, I'm amazed. I'm flattered. I don't know what to say. 3 days ago, I uploaded a video about Alita Battle Angel in which a certain section of the internet was calling Alita Battle Angel fans an alt-right cult. And I struggled making that video because it was a really long article, and the more I talked, the longer my video got, and actually I scaled it down from about a half an hour rant to 22 minutes. And I'm not really a fantastic editor, and I'm also kind of new to YouTube, so I did the best I could with what I had, and I just got an overwhelming response. I mean, look at this. At the time of this video, I'm at 400 views on this thing. I've got TV shows that I still like. You know, comments everything off the wazoo. Has not been affected. You guys are amazing. And so I made this video at that point because I wanted to thank you, because you know I'm a small channel. I just got into this like about 4 months ago, really right around when Alita came out, and you guys kind of talked me into seeing this movie. You know, it was back when we were going through the whole Captain Marvel nonsense, and you know, I casually asked, I'm like, so do I see a movie out of spite for another one, or do I see a movie because it's good? And it turned out it was really freaking amazing, and you people are amazing. And I don't usually make videos on the weekends, but I don't think I can thank you enough. So I like to make more Alita Battle Angel videos for you. As you know, though, it is hard to find information about Alita Battle Angel, so I have to look out there. I have to use alternate browsers and all kinds of things like that, but I did find a little bit today. So this video is a thank you. And also, if you're watching this video, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps me. I would definitely like to grow this channel because I think I have a good shot at it now. I think I have a little bit of an established fan base. I mean, just based on the channel, I've had people in podcasts reach out to me. I have a regular podcast now that you guys may or may not be aware of now. It's called The Fancast, C-A-S-T-E, Fancast. If you look that up, you'll be able to find it. I will leave a link to that in the description, but yeah, that's my weekly gig. We talk every Friday night about, you know, pop culture stuff, but and sometimes we do watch parties. In fact, we did a really awesome watch party last night for Night of the Demons. So you know, partake of that. And also, I would like you to let me know what kind of stuff you would like out of my channel. Do you want me to do more movie reviews? Do you want me to talk about you know, something other than movies? I mean, movies is really my wheelhouse, but you know, in things that are related to movies. But you know, if there's kind of more stuff that, if you'd like me to do more live streams or something like that, hey, let me know. You know, I want to make this a fun place where you guys can congregate. And also, I do own a website called RaidersOfLostFlicks.com, so check that out. We write articles there, mostly geared towards humor, but we basically review famously bad movies. You know, that's my passion, and everybody that writes articles for me, that's their passion as well. So anyways, for you, I looked out here. This is basically the Anime Expo, and 20th Century Fox's Alita Battle Angel made its presence known at Anime Expo 2019 in Los Angeles in 3 major ways. Before I read any further, I do want to let you guys know that anime is not really my thing. Alita is a very strong exception to that rule because I really like cyberpunk and futuristic and science fiction, so that's kind of my connection there. But as far as just straight anime, I've seen a lot of anime movies. It's not really my thing, so I don't really have anything against it. It's just, you know, not something I normally jump in on, but this stuff here is really cool. The entertainment company sponsored this year's Manga, I don't know if I pronounce it right, bringing props from the film for the fans to browse while reading the original manga. This is so cool. I love stuff like this right here. If you guys have never seen the movie Hardware, that is a huge favorite of mine. I absolutely love that movie. This image right here reminds me of that. And of course, here's a sword. Look at this right here. You want to talk about an Alita army? Here's an Alita army right here. But I'm not going to read this whole thing here. This is something you might want to check out. And then also, I do want to read this article. It's not very long, but I have some points that I want to make here as well. This is from the Rap Pro. And it's how fans fight to save a franchise. Alita Battle Angel is the latest battleground. Hi, this is by Kylie Harrington. Okay. High awareness and high conversation don't always translate to big box office. Media analyst Paul, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, Durang-Badang-Bading-Ding-Dong says, when the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences recently asked its social media followers what film demands watching on the big screen, an overwhelming response flooded the organization's Twitter feed for the unexpected movie Alita Battle Angel. The effects-heavy sci-fi flick from director Robert Rodriguez and producer James Cameron received middling reviews and a tepid domestic box office when it released in February. That's because the media tried to bury it. Remember that. Remember that. Very important. $85.7 million on a $170 million production budget, according to Box Office Mojo, but it has grown a fervent following that appears emboldened by the recent fans' efforts to save struggling TV shows and franchises. And that's what I want to get into. As fandoms become more vocal and active, how do studios balance those passions with the realities of box office returns and TV ratings? Okay? And that's really where Alita is important. Alita represents a battleground for fandoms in general. Okay? And I think this kind of goes back to the invasion of geek culture by the mainstream, okay? And by saying that, you think of things like Big Bang Theory. You think back, like, when I went to high school, it was not cool to, like, anime or comic books or science fiction. Hell, I was a huge Star Trek fan. I had to keep that hidden. I couldn't talk to people about it. I'd get beat up in high school. I would. You weren't allowed to talk about that kind of stuff. It was not cool back in the early 90s or late 80s to be a nerd. In fact, it was more of a curse. It was like the absolute worst thing to be a nerd back in those days. If you were a proud nerd back in those days, you endured tons of abuse. But people that actually liked the thing, unless you wanted to get beat up a lot, well, you kind of had to keep that stuff hidden, right? So nowadays the jocks have kind of taken over geek culture, okay? And now you got the SJWs out there, and they've taken it over as well. And they like to go in and make changes, all right? They don't understand what makes these things work, so they go in and they make changes. They start changing the way things look. They start changing the directions, changing the races and genders of the actors and the characters, and they start changing these things so much that they no longer represent what they originally were. So you had an established franchise, but rather than just make more of that, you want to make it your own thing. So you basically just buy they buy the brand, and then they try to repackage it with their own agendas. And that's where we're at now, okay? And now, every time one of these movies fails after they do one of these gender studies projects or one of these silly, like, gender swaps or something like that, after these movies fail, they basically, first they tell the fans, this is not for you, and if you don't like it, you're a misogynist. They try to guilt shame you into seeing something, okay? And then when you don't see it, they blame you for it anyway. That's the disconnect. It's like fandom has come, like, synonymous with toxicity in general. It's like you have anything that was created some time ago is going to have some kind of a following. Those are the people that support the product. Those are the people that buy the merchandise. Those are the people that show up to the movies, watch the TV shows, play the video games, watch the cartoons, all that kind of stuff. Why would you disrespect those people? And I go through this with Star Wars all the time. I mean, it's a regular thing. Why would you disrespect these people? Why would you not respect the fans that made these franchises what they are? So this is what we go through. We get disrespected on a regular basis, all right? And then when we make any kind of vocal opinions about it whatsoever that isn't glowing reviews, we're called trolls. I did a whole video about trolls. You check it out on my channel. troll has lost its meaning, all right? I don't even know what the definition of troll is anymore. Basically, troll is anytime you disagree with somebody else. You're a troll now, okay? You're not allowed to have your own opinions in 2019, ladies and gentlemen, and it sucks, okay? So yeah, Alita is basically a brand new franchise that hits all of the check boxes. You have your strong female lead. You have Rosa Salazar, who is not a white female or a white male, okay? You have a robot. So you have something that's based on a manga, all right? And then what's wrong with that? It's like it doesn't fit the agenda. I'm like, this is not good enough. This is something that should have been knocked out of the ballpark. But they didn't like it because it wasn't Captain Marvel. The world wanted Brie Larson to be your hero. It wasn't good enough that Rosa Salazar was the character. It had to be Brie Larson because that character was completely manufactured by the SJWs. Even though it's still an existing franchise, Captain Marvel went way, 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 way back to the old comics, which was a completely different character. But hey, this is the SJW version of Marvel. So that wasn't good enough. And also, Alita Battle Angel wasn't preaching people about social politics. It really wasn't. It had its own politics within the movie, but it was an entertaining story. And that's all really people want. We just want entertaining stories. You know, us nerds, we just wanted to be left alone, but no, you had to go and invade all of our franchises, and you had to make us angry, and now you've created channels like this. You did this, all right? We're going to speak out. Nothing would make me happier if all the fandoms just kind of united all together, pooled our money together, and started making our own movies and TV shows. Because Hollywood's not going to stop this freight train going off a cliff of just constantly making things that people don't want. There's this disconnect between studios. Studios think that they should tell you what you ought to like, rather than give you what you want. Are you okay with that? I'm not okay with that. So anyways, moving on, cosplay is another thing that's, you know, back in the 90s, I used to dress up like Darth Maul. I was a lot thinner back then. I had right down to the contact lenses and the movie makeup paint. My sister used to do the makeup and everything, and I had fabric costume. I had it pretty close. I don't have the picture up right now in front of me, but, you know, we didn't call it cosplay. We just called it, you know, dressing up. You know, I didn't even know what cosplay was until I started messing around on the internet, all right? Cosplay wasn't really a thing unless you were in the 501st. But now it's like a regular thing, all right? Look at this costume, all right? This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I don't want to open up this Instagram here. Sorry. Not a fan. Wow. Somebody made this. I wish I had skills like this. I really don't. When I had the Darth Maul costume, I had to like buy a lot of pieces of this and that and put together because I can't sew anything to save my life. Now I'm just too damn fat to be Darth Maul, but you know, I'm working on that. But anyways, check out this costume. I mean, this is awesome stuff. All right. Also, I've been torn about this collector's edition here. I've had it sitting in my my pre-order spot for a long time. I like the fact that there is a collector's version, but I think for this price and for what you get, it's a little bizarre to me because there is an art book that's similar to this, if not better, that has a lot more text in it, a lot more pages that, you know, you can get for about $30. And the movie right here, this is the exact same movie. You can get that for about $30 as well. So what you really get with this is this kind of somewhat short 64-page book, and then you get these two film cells. Now, these two things here, obviously I'd have to find a frame for them and find some place to hang them, and I don't have a lot of space right now, so I'm not so sure I would do it, but also I'm not really crazy about this price right here. I mean, for this price, what I would rather do is just get the regular movie, or just, you know, I mean, it's available digital right now, but I do still want a physical copy of this movie because it's fantastic. You can get, which is probably the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I would rather have this, okay? See if I can get one of these pictures to open up. This is the Hot Toys collectible. I don't currently have any Sideshow collectibles, but this is the one that I really want more than anything. This might be the first and last one that I ever get. I mean, look at this. It's like it walked right off I'm sorry, it looks like she walked right off the movie. She's amazing. This is so cool. And, you know, I'm a big fan of robots in general anyway, so it totally fits everything that I have. You know, I've got the Terminator hand behind me here, you know. So, I mean, it's not like I don't have any collectibles. It's just that, you know, certain things. But, yeah. I would much rather have this, wouldn't you? So, anyways, what do you guys think? Hey, leave me a comment down below. But again, I just wanted to make sure I said thank you. All right. And, you know, this is the fight, ladies and gentlemen. This, you know, protect your fandom. It's not wrong to speak out about, you know, like Star Wars and Doctor Who and everything else is getting destroyed. Terminator, you know, if you guys have been keeping up with current events, you know, director Tim Miller came out recently and threw a bunch of shade at fans and says, oh, this movie's going to scare the shit out of misogynists. Fantastic article, dude. You already ruined your movie. You ruined your movie just by saying something that stupid. You know what I mean? So, as far as I'm concerned, the Terminator franchise, as much as I love it, and even though I call myself Groovinator, I kind of divorced myself from it after Terminator 3 because there was literally no reason to make Terminator 3 other than we want some more Hollywood money, alright? Because Terminator 3 undoes all of the meaning and depth and emotion of the first two movies. Seriously, it's like when he threw the chip in the hand and Arnold took a bath in the molten metal. What was the point if they were just going to come back anyway? In fact, really, if you think about it, you know, with the whole paradox, after they threw the chip in there, I mean, technically John Connor should cease to exist. Am I wrong? I know I used to debate with my mom about that a lot because we went to go see that movie together. But so that's something we always talk about. It's like, well, if they do and you get to the point where you start thinking about it, you're like, nah, I don't want to think about that too much. Time travel and the paradox is something for really long discussion. But anyways, let me know what you think down below. Let me know what you'd like from this channel. Make sure you check out my website. Look for my live feeds. Check out my live show. It's not my live show, but I'm part of it. Check out the Fancast on Friday nights, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on the Fancast channel. And you guys have yourselves a fantastic weekend. I'm going to probably pre-order this. I shouldn't, but man, this is so cool. Anyways, you guys have yourselves a groovy day, and this is the Groovinator signing out. Thank you so much, and peace. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining. Please remember to depress that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you'll be the first to know when new content is published. Please visit RaidersOfLostFlicks.com for more hilarious entertainment and links to all of our social media platforms. Also, consider supporting us on Patreon. As little as $1 a month supports our worldwide digs for more Lost Flicks. Thank you, and have a groovy day.